Hey, welcome to Davita's Stampin' Spot. It's Monday night. Let's see if I can make that look just a little bit better. There we go. It's Monday night at 8 o'clock. I'm actually on time for a change. And I didn't bring my phone with me, so I may not be able to see comments tonight. We'll see if we can get that to work on my laptop. Hope you've had a great week and weekend. I got to hang out with demonstrators over the weekend, and that's always encouraging and fun, and came back with all kinds of fun ideas. Now I just need time to stamp. I'm going to show you, first of all, the projects for my technique and Funfold claps this week, because I usually forget to show you until I end the live, and then I go, oh, I forgot. So I'm going to show you that first when I flip the camera around, and then we'll get to working on the project I'm going to share with you tonight. Switch this around. All right. So let me show you. First of all, this is our Funfold card this time. Hang on, I'm trying to get still playing with my lights. Okay, there we go. So it opens like this, and you have a gift card holder right here. So you'll make one of this card, and then you'll make a template so that you have an instruction sheet and template to take home, or you can make two of this card. This is the double bendy card, so it'll stand up like that. And then on this side, it says thinking of you. And on this side, it's blank for you to write a message. A lot of that Countryside Inn designer series paper. And then this is a simple card, and it's just taking a piece of the, oh my goodness, what's that called? The designer series paper. I'll think of it here in a minute. Cutting it, separating it, and adding a hello to it. And then with a little greeting on the inside. So you can make two of this one, two of this one, and two of this one. Or you can make two of that one of this, and one of this, and then take home a template and a sample so that you can recreate these at home as well. I'm teaching the class on Wednesday at 4 o'clock here at my place, and on Friday at 4 o'clock. And if there's interest, at 7 o'clock on Friday night as well. So if you can come and you'd like to, let me know. All the details have been emailed out. I believe they're on my Facebook page as well. Cost is $25, or you can place a $30 order before shipping and tax and get product and get the class for free. All right, let me show you what we're going to use tonight. So I'm using this Lazy Days stamp set. I got this when the catalog first came out. It came out in May, and I still haven't shown it to you live. So here's the stamp set. So let me show you how I've started getting ready to use a stamp set. So the first thing I do is I take and I make my cheat sheet here. And this has all of the stamps, and I kind of tried to stamp them in the right color so I could see what they are. Okay. So if I look at this, it's like, oh, because sometimes you look at the stamps and you try to figure out exactly what they are. Sometimes it takes a little bit to think it through. And then what I do is I grab the dies, and the dies look like this. And there are 16 pieces in there. That light is giving us grief. So there's the pieces. So then what I do is I take and I cut them all out. So for me on this one, this soft seafoam, these are just the dies. And then if it's stamped and cut out, then I stamped and cut it out. So I know what I'm working with and what pieces and options that I have. So I would encourage you to do that if you've got a new bundle or a new stamp set, so that you can kind of figure out what you have and it'll help you with your crafting. Excuse me a second, I need a drink here. All right, so we're going to make a card tonight. I guess I'll show you the card first. Here's the card. This is from the Lazy Days, and I thought we'd start with the most simple one. You're going to see, I think, 3 or 4 other cards that I've made with the stamp set at a later date, but I thought we'd start with this one tonight. So what I did first, let me give you your pieces here. You have, this is crumb cake. It's 4 inches by 5 1/4, our normal layer. Your card base, oh, I got water on it. 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4 in the middle to create our card base. And then I'm using the stylish circles. These here, the largest circle creates this. And then the next one is the white for that one, okay? All right, I guess I have them all in here so you can see. Here's the largest one and then the next size. So I wanted to show you a little tip that I think will help you save cardstock, because if you're like I am, I like to be really frugal with my cardstock. So I want the circle to go off the edge. So see it's not a complete circle there. So as I was doing this today, I thought, you know what? I want to save paper. So what I did was I drew a circle like that. I'm going to stand my rocking chair right in the middle of this because I'm going to cut that piece out anyway. So I'm going to grab my rocking chair. I had it on the block and I took it off. Let me grab it again. All right, so I'm going to ink it up and I want the chair to be nice and dark. So I'm using early espresso. So stamp it like that. And then we grab the die. Oops, that's the dies. All right, I need to go over here. It's going to look and see if we've got any comments. So let me know if you're watching tonight. It's like I've got a few people on.
If you're watching tonight.
It's
like I've got a few people on. If you're watching tonight.
Now it's going to be all funky here.
Here.
Well, guys, I'm not going to be able to see comments tonight. I apologize. I had a team member stop by to pick some stuff up and we were having too much fun chatting and I looked at the clock and went, oh, I got to run. And I'm guessing my phone's probably still sitting on the kitchen table. So I can't see comments. So I will check those as soon as I'm done. All right. So what I do then after I stamp that is we've got this die. So we can lay the die on here. You can either cut the chair out first or cut the circle out, but you'll cut one out and then lay this over here. Put your masking paper or your Post-it note on there and cut those out. So you'll cut out both of those. And that way you've used up this paper and you're not wasting other cardstock. So for ease here, I went ahead and I cut out a chair. Sorry, I wasn't looking up here. All right. So I cut out a chair and I've got my circle here. And then I use the embossing folder that is one of the online exclusives. You get 3 of them for $30, so they're $10 a piece. And I use this one here. I love this. It makes just like little stars. Can you see that? I really like that one. So after I cut the circle out, then I emboss that to give it some nice texture. All right, I'm going to go ahead and burnish my score line. There's my ink. Remember I told you I was trying to clean my ink pad the other day and move some ink around and I didn't clean it off quick enough. So that ink, that bone folder I know is mine because it's got that berry burst ink all over it. All right, so this is going to go here. Let's make sure we got it the right way. Now I wanted to add some ribbon, so I'm going to grab some glue dots. I also want to let you know that I did get a bunch of Christmas cards made today. I'm going to do my Christmas card class this year just a little bit different. You are actually going to get some product that you will use in the class, and then you'll get to take home with you. So you'll be able to go home and make some more cards. And we'll see how long this demo goes. If it doesn't go too long, I'll show you some of those cards. I actually stayed home from school today so I could get some stamping done. All right, so I want that ribbon to lay down flat. So I'm going to grab another glue dot here when we were in Wichita at the meetings this weekend, I think I saw, oh my goodness, how many new design ideas did I get? A whole bunch. But it's interesting. Everybody's doing fun folds right now and not techniques, which is okay. But when I tell people we're going to do a technique and a fun fold, it makes it a little tricky. All right, so I've got that on there. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Glue bottle. And hopefully, oh, it's going to work. I think I picked one that has enough glue in it for tonight. We'll see. Now you want to make sure you get glue around that circle so that it lays down real nice. The Christmas class is not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. I'm working a lot of ball games here in September. I was afraid I was going to have trouble with my voice tonight. I almost decided I wasn't going to do my live, but I wanted to show this to you, so I apologize. I'm going to have to get another drink. Probably talked too much this weekend. There's a good chance of that. All right, so there's that part of it. Now let me show you how I made my background for my rocking chair. I'm going to put my foam mat underneath there. I have a cloud stamp and then this, and this piece here makes it look like it's a wood plank, okay? So I'm going to stamp these like this. I got everything else ready. I made this actually several weeks ago, and I didn't go back and recreate the whole thing today. I just cut the paper. All right, so there we go. I think that's going to look okay. Then I'm going to grab two of my blending brushes. And I forgot to pull those out so you guys can hear me digging in my bucket. Here, one blue, one a brown. I'm going to take this. We're going to see how clean it is. And I don't want it very dark, but I just want my floor to have a little bit of color. So you always want to start off the page and then circle around to get your depth there and get your color. Because see how much darker it is right there? So you always want to start off your paper and then work your way onto the piece of paper that you're wanting to color. Now I'm going to grab some balmy blue. Have you looked at the new catalog? Have you found cards you like? Stamps that you like? Oh my gosh, there's so many fun choices. I was talking with some demonstrators today. We're getting ready for a demonstrator meeting and trying to decide which cards or stamp sets we were going to use. And there's just so many fun ones to use right now. So I would love to know what your favorites are, because then that gives me ideas of what stamp sets you would like to use in classes or see on Facebook Lives. So under this post, or if you just want to start a new post, tell me what your favorite bundle is, or favorite stamp set, favorite dies. And oh my gosh, how about the papers? The papers are just unbelievable. I just realized I did that in the wrong color. Guess what, guys? You're going to get to watch me do that again. It wasn't supposed to be balmy blue. It's supposed to be boho blue, because that's the color of my card. I kept looking at it going, why doesn't that look right? You guys ever do that? You grab the wrong ink and then you go, what did I do? All right, so maybe I'll even get it and it'll look better this time. All right, so there's that. And then we will stamp in boho blue instead of balmy blue. Almost always use balmy blue for my sky, but since my card is in boho blue, we'll do it in boho blue. And if you're new to watching me tonight, sorry, but quite honestly, seems like I always do something where I have to go, oops, not what I meant to do. Now you'll notice almost all of my clouds are going off the paper. You always want your paper to look like you cut it out of some designer series paper or a big sheet of paper, okay? if you just stop everything right at the edge, it's very obvious that that's what you did. All right. So there's that piece. Now we'll try some boho. There we go. That's going to look better. Much, much better. So you can see you could either use balmy blue or boho blue if you're not using a blue card base that you want to match like I was. There you go. See the difference? It's just a little bit darker. They both look cool though. All right. So that's my background. Now I'm going to grab my chair and I'm going to just glue it straight down. I've got the ribbon that's given some depth and dimension to it. So I'm going to glue the chair down. And a couple of the fun things I really liked in this set was it cuts out and embosses. I don't know if you can see that. See how it does the lines for the pillow? I just think that's really fun. The pillow's got all that dimension to it already. That's really fun. All right, I'm going to grab a piece off the edge of my dimensionals here. I'm going to pop up my pillow. Push that over just a little bit. All right. And then I thought it'd be fun to add just a little bird. And I knew I was running a risk when I did this. Let's see if I can find, here he is. Here's my little bird. I stamped him in black. And then I'm going to glue him right here on the chair because he's checking out my little pillow here. I used blends to color. I'll show you the other bird I did when I made this sample, probably back in June. I colored him with colored pencils. So you can see the difference in the dark of the red. Okay. And on this one, I did it straight down. And on this one, I popped it up. But I really like it when I pop it up to hook the bottom down. So you give it really good depth. So at the very bottom, I'm going to use a glue dot. I have gotten into this habit where I put a glue dot at the bottom and then dimensional up above. So it gives it even more depth and texture to the front of the card. Okay, so it's like a real fluffy, nice pillow there. Then we're going to bring it over here. And I purposely wanted to make sure we had that extra space in there so you get to see the boho blue behind it. And there you go. What do you think? Doesn't that look great? I love that idea. I don't have any words on it. I have found recently I'm doing that quite a bit because I'll put words on it and then I'll find that I really need a card for something else. And then I have to go make something. So I'm getting to where I'll leave the front blank and then I'll cut my paper, and on the inside, then I'll put the greeting for happy birthday or thinking of you or whatever it is that I need to share with the person that's going to get that card. All right. So I would ask if you guys want to see a few of the Christmas cards I made. But since I can't see your comments because I'm on the Zoom part and not the Facebook, I'll just show you. So the first set of cards that I'm teaching are using the One Horse Open Sleigh Designer Series paper. So you will get a package of the Designer Series paper as part of your class fee. And then what you don't use, you'll get to take home. So let me show you. So here's one of them. And I did this fun fold this way. And here's my envelope. I'm making it so they're all ready to go. I'll show you a few of them, but I'm not going to show you all of them. Here's another one. I put joy and peace down here. Opens like that. And the envelope. I'm using the Grassy Grove tree set. I purchased the paper, but I didn't purchase the sleigh set. So I've had to kind of think outside the box. I got this idea from Karen Titus. She showed a card that split the paper and then had a stamp set in the middle. So like that. I think I made, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. Here's another one, 4. You'll get to come and pick which cards you want to make, and you'll use your paper And then whatever you don't use, you'll get to take home. Let's see, I'm going to keep some of them for a surprise for class. But this one looks very different because I used the back side of the paper. So the designer series paper, almost all of the fronts are beautiful, beautiful designs. And then they have solids on the back. So I'll show you just a few. So there's one, and you saw that design. Until I use lots of pieces and parts. There's the part you just saw with the deer. Oh my gosh, my hands. You saw that one. This one here is one I was getting ready to do and looked at the clock and realized I had to quit and fix dinner tonight. We did that one. Look at that one. That one. You get, I believe it's 48 sheets. Look at that one. Isn't that gorgeous? I think those are repeats. So you get, I believe it's 48 sheets of 12 designs. So you get 4 of each one. And I'm designing so that I only use 1 of each design. So you'll go home with a lot of paper. But see here, this is the back of one of them. And I used it for that stocking. Let me flip these over real quick. There's this one. That one. There's some lines. That one. Look at this fun one. I like that one. Here's some dots like that. There's another green one. Here's some wood. Here's another one like that with just kind of a hashtag. And the others I've already used. But so this paper is absolutely phenomenal. You'll get a package of this with your class fee. And I'll probably throw in a few other things. I haven't got it all worked out. I'm going to work on it at school tomorrow. But that one, and I'm going to give you a teaser. I still have 3 more card designs over there I didn't show you. And I'll have some more before next Saturday. So you'll come, it's basically what we call a card buffet. You will pick which cards you want to make and the number you want to make from it. Make your cards and take them home. I am going to offer this at my mom's house. So those of you that don't like stairs, it will just be a step onto her porch and then a step into the house. So 2 steps versus 13 at my house. So watch for details on that tomorrow. It's going to come out. I'll get that finished up while I'm at school tomorrow with all the details. I hope you loved the card design tonight with the lazy days. I'll put both of them there. Thank you for watching tonight. I will check comments as soon as I can go snag my phone and take a look. Hope you're having a great week, and I will see you next Monday. Oh, next Monday I'm working football games. So if I'm a little late, don't freak out. I will be here. But if games run long, sometimes I don't get home till a little bit late. If you're placing an order and it's under 150, if you'd use the host code, I would really appreciate. It helps me get supplies that then I can use for my lives and classes. And if you can come to class this week, I would love to have you join us. Have a great week. We'll see you next Monday.